So, being that it's around Mother's Day time, I wanted to make a video to talk about the relationship that is rarely discussed openly, the painful dynamic between narcissistic mothers and their firstborn daughters, specifically, particularly when the daughter is treated not as a child that they nurture, but as a competition for them to defeat. For many people, motherhood is associated with protection, encouragement, support, unconditional love. But for some daughters, especially the firstborn daughters, our experience is very different. Instead of guidance, there is jealousy. Instead of safety, there's criticism. Instead of celebration, there's comparison. A narcissistic mother often needs to remain the center of attention, admiration, and control. And when her daughter begins to grow, becoming intelligent, independent, attractive, talented, that becomes a threat. And because of this, the daughter may be punished simply for becoming herself and becoming an individual. She may hear from her mother, "You think you're better than me. You're too sensitive. You're selfish. Nobody will love you the way that I do." Her achievements often become minimized. Her confidence will be mocked. Her boundaries will be treated as betrayal. Many firstborn daughters grow up feeling confused. They know that something hurts. They know that it doesn't feel right between their mother and them, but they cannot explain it because the outside world may see the mother as charming, generous, or devoted. So the mother puts on a mask to the world, but the daughter sees and feels the true energy of her narcissistic mother. With this, the daughter learns to doubt herself. She may become hyper independent because asking for help seems and feels unsafe. She may become a people pleaser because love always felt conditional with her mother. Or she may spend years trying to earn approval that keeps moving farther and farther away, and that is never attainable from her mother. Many daughters of narcissistic mothers carry an invisible grief, grieving the mother they needed but never truly had. So it can be very hard to feel like you've never had that love or support from a mother when you should have as a child, that you were always treated as competition, as someone that was an equal to your mother when you were a child and you needed her love and support and not competition in life. You didn't need that. You didn't deserve that. Healing is possible in these situations. Healing begins when daughters stop viewing themselves through the lens of competition and they start seeing themselves clearly for the first time. It begins when daughters understand that their worth is not dependent on approval, their voice is not too much, their success is not an attack on anyone else. Their existence was never a threat. You're never too big, too loud. You're just who you are, and you're perfect the way you are, and you don't need to change. Days like Mother's Day can make this pain feel even heavier for many of us in this situation. For many people, Mother's Day is joyful, full of flowers, gratitude, warm phone calls, and celebration. But for daughters who grew up with narcissistic mothers, the day can bring anxiety, guilt, grief, and emotional conflict. Because while the world says, celebrate your mother, some daughters are quietly asking themselves, how do I celebrate someone who hurt me? How do I honor a relationship that broke parts of me? And if you're a mother yourself, it can be good to spend the day performing love that they never truly felt safe receiving. If you have a child, you can do things for your child that your mother never did for you. Many of us have already grieved our mothers, or the mother we never had, even though she may still be alive. There's a particular loneliness in mourning someone that's still alive. What makes it especially painful is that society teaches daughters to honor their mothers automatically without any room for complexity. We're told she did her best. You only get one mother. Family is everything. But acknowledging emotional harm is not disrespectful. Telling the truth is not cruelty. So hopefully on this Mother's Day, you did something to honor yourself and your children, if you have any yourself, and just didn't acknowledge your mother if it is too painful and if she's narcissistic. Because I can tell you, even if you do send her Happy Mother's Day text, she most likely won't even respond, or if she does respond, it'll become a toxic conversation or situation. So it doesn't even feel worth it. Narcissists rarely ever change. That this is something that is ingrained in them from a very young age. It is who they are. And I believe it is demonic as well, if you're looking at it from a spiritual sense. These people don't care who they hurt. It's only about them and their life, of course, and what benefits them. So I say all this to say that just take care of yourself, especially if you're the firstborn daughter of a narcissistic mother in a narcissistic family. It can be very toxic and trying, but just try and take care of yourself the best you can and focus on yourself. Leave a comment if you feel like this is something that you have gone through or a similar situation.